Hi, I'm Lingyi from wahbanana. You're listening to Do Not Click.
Lingyi, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you.
Did dancing class just now?
Yeah, I did 2 dance classes.
What kind of dance?
It's street jazz. I do that every Saturday in old school.
I thought like the in thing right now is like yoga or bari. Is that like something you're not into?
No, I did yoga as well. I did quite a lot of different stuff, but I've been dancing ever since I was a teenager.
Okay.
And I stopped for a while, but it's just like last year, I think I realized I want to do it again, so I started doing it again.
We are at your office in
One North?
One North.
Yeah.
Somewhere in One North. Is this office new?
It's new, yeah, it's quite new. You mean the building?
Yeah. Is this the first office that wahbanana
had? No, it's not.
01 Studios.
It's the first office for 01 Studio, yeah, but it's not the first office for wahbanana.
Okay. So what's the difference between 01 Studios and wahbanana?
wahbanana is a trademark. It's the name of a YouTube channel that we have. 01 Studio is the company name, and we conduct business under the company name 01 Studio. So you can say wahbanana is a product in 01 Studio.
Okay, and what's wahbanana 2?
wahbanana 2 is our second YouTube channel that we started, I think, a year and a half ago. Maybe longer than that, maybe a year and a half ago. So we upload our bloopers and travelogues and random stuff, game shows, the killer games on wahbanana 2 because we want to keep the content on our main channel strictly to comedy skits.
Okay. I noticed that the wahbanana 2 is a green banana, which is like
It's a green
unripe banana.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why it's green?
Not really. When we were choosing the icon for wahbanana 2, I mean, we still have to keep a banana in the logo, right?
Yeah.
So what other color makes sense for a banana? Because we don't want to use a yellow one again because that's the
same
one as the first one. So I think the second color that makes the most sense is green.
Okay. Thank you for being a part of podcast number 26 of Do Not Click.
No problem.
Yeah. Now, get an elephant in the room out. Are we allowed to talk about Eden Ang in this podcast?
We can talk about Eden Ang, yeah.
Okay. He's not really a member of wahbanana now, right? He has his own YouTube channel.
He has his YouTube channel. Yeah, our working relationship with most of our cast members are like this. So some of them are full-time employees under 01 Studio, like Bam, like myself, like Chrisanne, like Jason. So these are full-timers. So the rest of the cast members on wahbanana, we engage them on project basis. So whenever we have a video, we engage different cast members based on the availability and our needs.
Do you still use Eden?
We haven't used him for a while, but the last time you would see him on our channel was in our Killer Games, which was uploaded maybe a month ago.
Ever since whatever happened, he's radio silent, right? He's not.
Yeah, he's radio
anywhere.
silent to the public and to us as well.
You haven't been in contact with him?
We haven't been in a lot of contact, yeah.
Okay, but you are okay with him being a part of your future videos or future episodes?
I think this is not only up to me, yeah, it's up to him as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Alright, so essentially you're not just a YouTube channel, right? You've done large scale projects with big companies, like Marvel and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You've changed the business model of production houses in Singapore, where one advantage you have is the reach. But compared to you, I think NOC is also another big competition of yours, would you say?
Yes, I think so. I think NOC is a big competition to us because our business models are pretty similar. Although our style of content is quite different, but our business model is similar. But with that said, we have actually done a lot of offline productions, which means the productions are actually not aired on any of our channels. We did quite a lot of productions for clients who wanted to use the content on their own platforms.
Aside from having your own staple people for you to work with, in Singapore, how do you cherry pick your talents?
We actually had auditions. We had 2 big rounds of auditions in the past few years. It's not a lot. It's not every year, but it's still 2 auditions. So we picked some actors from those auditions. We have also come across, in your daily life, you come across somebody who's interesting, who can act, who's funny, and then we invited them on to our show and then give it a try. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So we're constantly trying to get new faces on our channel.
So you're the co-founder together with
Jason?
Jason, yes.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet?
We both worked in Garena. Now it's called the C Group 5-6 years ago.
SEA. Is
Yeah.
that a hard disk
No, it's not. It's online
that's Seagate, sorry.
internet.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
internet company. So it was called Garena when we were both working for it. So we were in the same team. So actually, it was my team, a video production team, and then Jason worked for the team, and we were making videos for Garena.
What prompted the both of you to come together and create wahbanana?
wahbanana was actually not, I wouldn't say it was created by us. So it was actually the idea of my boss back then. His name is David, and it was a management decision. It was actually not really his solo decision as well. So it was a pretty fun initiative from the management, and they decided we should start, because we were already making comedy videos for gaming related content, and it was very well received among the gamers. So my boss said, why don't you guys make something that appeals to the general public and don't restrict it just to gamers. And then we, together with the rest of the members in the team, we started something called wahbanana. The name is pretty randomly chosen, and then
There's no
there's
no
no
interesting story that comes together.
the only interesting story is we want something local, that's hence wah. And then we want something not so local, not exactly local, so banana. So so it's a combination of a slightly local, but everybody can understand sort of thing.
Was there an alternate name during the brainstorm that
There must be, but I forgot. I don't
Okay,
remember.
it's very
all
long
of
time
them.
ago, eons
Yeah,
ago.
because I'm pretty sure wahbanana was not our first choice, because we had something else in mind, and then it was already registered on YouTube. You know, when you register a new name, sometimes it's already registered and you can't do it.
I understand.
I think wahbanana was like maybe the 5th, 6th try, and it was not registered.
yes,
And then-
finally.
and then we just registered it right away.
That's good. wahbanana has come a long way since then. Like you have your own office and there's so much equipment here. There's even a life-size banana
Yeah.
banana pillow in your room.
We actually became, so wahbanana, as I just said, it was a project under Garena. So we did a spin-off with a lot of support from Garena. So we set up the 01 studio 2 years ago. And that's how we moved into this office, and that's how we start building our own small team.
How many full-timers do you have in your office?
We have 4 full-timers. Yeah, and then about, including actors and some freelancers, we have about 12 to 14 people. Yeah.
How's the office environment like? Is it usually very noisy during the...
It's not noisy, except for the brainstorming part, which actually is not, it's never noisy enough when you're doing scripting.
Everybody's
right?
busy doing their own thing.
Yeah, and then when we're not filming, when it's filming, it's noisy. When we're doing brainstorming, it's noisy, and then the rest of the time is pretty quiet because we have a lot of work to do. So when you're doing editing, you probably hope the rest of us keep quiet, right? I'm not the one who's doing editing, but I think that's what they think. Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite part of work when you're coming to the office? The whole process. What's your favorite part?
I love it all. Like every morning when I wake up, I look forward to work, and I've never had this motivation before. Ever in my life. I think whatever I do in this office, I love it. But my favorite part is I think
creating the content itself.
not necessarily, because writing scripts is it's what I do, but it could be very challenging, and it's not necessarily the most fun thing to do. So I would say is my most happy moment is when I see the first cut of a video.
Nothing beats the satisfaction of seeing all the hard work comes together and
Yes,
then the fruition
first cut of the video, because there's a surprise. Because I read the script and I film, but I never know how the editor is gonna tell the story.
See it come to life.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
I saw the description of your bio in your website.
Yeah.
It says something like the one who writes scripts and bracket and pay checks. She is about sarcasm and dry humor, and thanks to that attitude, we are never short of story. I'm very surprised you highlighted and pay checks. So like, your money comes from me. Like whoever.
Not necessarily. More like I handle the finance as well. So because we are a small company, we do have a third party finance, whatever, and that you probably don't want to find out what. But I handle the finance as well. I'm the finance person in the company.
So basically, your job scope here in wahbanana is you create the content, you produce the stories. Basically, you're a producer, is it?
I'm a producer. Okay. Yeah.
Let's get into a bit about producer, because you're the first producer I have in my podcast.
Okay.
So for aspiring producers.
Did you say expiring?
Aspiring.
Aspiring.
No,
Okay,
not
okay.
expiring. No, you're not. There's still longevity in your job.
Hopefully. Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a producer,
What do a producer do?
in a nutshell, describe what's a producer.
Okay, so let's see if you want to make a movie. You have to have director, actor, money, different kind of production houses, equipment, everybody's date, costumes, all that. The producer is the one who put everything together.
The one that does everything.
Not necessarily, but put everything together. Yeah, and maybe find the money. There's different definitions for producers in movie industry, but in our line, it's more of the person
management of the whole project.
Uh-huh.
So it's the second most important role, or would you say the most important compared to the director?
Director is the one who directs, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's all important. I think every single role is important. I really can't tell because I mean we're a small team. Like I sometimes I direct as well. Sometimes somebody else produces as well. So I can't say we can do without any of these roles.
Okay.
Yeah.
How has your job as a producer evolved through time? From the first stage while you were getting your feet wet as a producer, doing different things, and then like right now you know what to do, what not to do. Have you felt that your role has gotten easier through experience?
For YouTube videos, I don't think it's that complicated compared to producers who's producing bigger projects. I think it got easier because of experience, that's for sure. And also I got help. First was just me who's doing everything. And then now everybody's a little bit more experienced. So I have Chrisanne to help me produce some of the projects that we do.
The petite
Yeah, it's
in the website.
Petite young lady.
She's also one of the full-timers here, right?
Yes, okay. She is. She handles our social media and she produces sometimes.
Okay.
And with her help, it makes things much easier.
Take her under your wing. Tutelage under your wing.
And yeah, and sometimes I'm under her wing as well. We're under each other's wings here. Yeah. And yeah, it got easier. And then sometimes, yeah, with experience, you know certain things you have to. For example, when we're doing a project, you know certain things are more important than the rest. You know, you do with the experience, you know what things to prioritize
what
better.
Goes first and
Yeah.
Share with us some of the things that went wrong.
Casting could go wrong, and
casted someone who's not fit for the role.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Or
I
didn't cast enough people. Let's say we have a big project, we have everything ready, but the venue is not ready. Something like that.
But as time goes on, you make less and less of these mistakes, right? Because
not necessarily, because as time goes on, you get more confident and you think you know certain stuff, but
you get complacent.
Yeah, you get overconfident, and then sometimes you. Yeah, can I curse? Sorry.
No, you can curse. Go ahead.
Yeah, sometimes you
can say whatever you want.
Beep up more, like, yeah. But definitely, yeah, with experience, you do better.
Would you say that this is what you've wanted to do since you were young?
No.
Like,
since I was young, I want to be a
dancer.
Yeah, I wanted to be a dancer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Don't you have like Sparrow on? Is she a dancer as well?
She's a dancer. She's a really good dancer. Actually, a lot of us are dancers in the team, and a lot like Terrence, Audrey, Ben. They're instructors. They're professional. No, I'm nowhere near professional, but yeah, ever since I was young, I want to be a dancer. I wanted to be something else, which I don't remember now.
Influencer?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, no.
But
when you were young, you don't really know what influencer is, right? You probably want to be a star, want to be an actor. Everybody probably wanted that.
I'll tell you this. When I was young, I wanted to be an artist.
Okay.
But
what?
My idea of artist is drawing.
Okay.
But it's actually, I realized that what I actually wanted was to create something, and then somehow it translated into making videos. I just feel like right now you can be whatever you want. Like even if you're a producer, but if you want to be a dancer, I think you can,
I believe so. You can do whatever you want.
It's just like you don't have to be stuck to one role.
I wanted to be a competitive poker player.
So you can go to Marina Bay Sands and
no, you know those who play at home and have like 5-4 monitors. They play online poker, and then they do it systematically based on math and professional poker player.
I have no idea that.
It was one of my really desired occupation at one point in my life, but not anymore.
Is that more lucrative than Bitcoin?
No, not really. Actually, you don't really make a lot of money. It's like any other jobs.
Risk, right?
You have to work hard. You have to follow statistics. You have to be good at math, and you have to be consistent and play every day. Wow. So it's the same as any other job.
You have somewhat of an accent.
Yeah.
So where does this accent come from?
I'm originally Chinese, but I moved to Singapore when I was young enough. So I pretty much grew up and matured in Singapore, and I'm Singaporean. I went to international school when I was younger, and most of my friends are from everywhere, Singaporeans or foreigners, mixed up. So when I grow up, I speak with a mixed accent.
Okay. What does your parents say about the job you're doing now? Are they aware that you're that you work with wahbanana?
No.
Or do they even know what wahbanana is?
They watch some of our videos and they don't really follow.
You do appear in your videos, right? Some of
Yeah,
your videos.
I do appear on our
And you have
videos.
not enough casting.
I do appear more now because we want to cut budget. So no, they watch some of our stuff, but they don't necessarily follow what exactly we're trying to tell, which I understand. So, but I think they get what I'm doing.
I don't know whether China bans YouTube, but I know Facebook is banned in China.
Yeah.
So, but
our videos are being grabbed and re-uploaded to Chinese platforms.
Okay.
So it's
So
and
you
we have
have
Chinese
that.
subtitles, and
Okay.
so it's not a problem.
Do you still go back to China from time? Which
Yeah.
part of China do you stay?
It's in the south. My parents live in a place named Nanchang.
Okay.
It's in the south. It's called Jiangxi
Okay.
province.
Are you married yet?
No, I'm not married.
Okay. I thought you were married to Jason Hau.
Oh no, hell no.
no.
Please don't think that way. No.
Because like you must have a lot of time to work together. So
Yeah,
there's
we're like
no romantic feelings.
no,
that
no,
develop.
never. It never. There was never romantic feelings or whatsoever.
It's just very platonic.
Yeah,
working
yeah. The
relationship.
feeling is mutual.
Sorry, Jason.
No, no. He feels the same
You
way.
feel the same
He
way.
feels the same way. Yeah.
For wahbanana videos, I've seen a lot of 10 things.
10 types.
10 types of Singaporeans,
Yeah.
10 types of commuters or
Yeah.
whatever. I see a lot of channels making these sort of videos.
All right, like I don't really mind if other channels doing the same content, but I have to like defend ourselves a little bit. I think we were the first ones in Singapore who did this, and then everybody started doing this because it is a easy format. And actually, we've stopped doing types of for quite a while now. It's just that we have stopped that format for quite a while now.
Game shows type.
Some game shows, and we're doing some short stories, and we are doing like listicle, but it's not necessarily types of people and stuff like that. So because we are we think it's a bit overdone. So and then two is that we want there's no more types of stuff in this world that we can do.
You've covered every base.
Yeah, we've like everybody else has covered everybody else as well. So there's no more left. So and also it's just not challenging, When we really run out of ideas, we do something like that. But then if you keep doing that, what's the point, right?
And was there any occasion where you had a similar video with another YouTube channels?
I don't know.
You don't keep track? You don't look at other people's video, or you don't want to give them the hits?
We do look at other people's video. I think definitely there are times there's similarity, but if you look at the jokes are different. They're not copying us, or we're not copying somebody else. Yeah, it's different. It's just the title that might be similar.
What is your favorite type of YouTube videos?
That I watch?
The kinds that you are doing. Is it a game show type of format?
No, game shows are fun. Like it's fun to produce and it's fun to film because you get to play the game, and it might be more fun during the process. But video wise, I like skits, right? I like skits that has slightly more flavor and depth to it. And I like some of our short skits, like how to piss off people from different country. I think it's really smartly done. I like our Zodiac video, and I like we had one video, it's called Dating Evolution and Gaming Evolution. It's like a white background, and we did the Japanese style of changing costumes and no dialogue and stuff like that. I like stuff like that. Ultimately, I like stuff that somebody else hasn't done before.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what you want, right? As a creator, if you can create something that nobody else can create.
Utilizing the social media platform, I'm pretty sure you have your fair share of criticisms, like from critical responses from Singaporean who are just savages.
Okay.
Savage response.
You mean like comments and
like,
cyberbullies and all that?
So what do you guys do with those kind of hate?
Right. So I'm not the only one who reads the comment, and there's a couple of us. We take turns to screen through the comments.
Who's the young Christian, yeah.
She handles posting, but comments wise, all of us look at it.
Oh, okay.
There are definitely lots of unfriendly comments. If it makes sense, it's fine. Even if it's
constructive criticism.
Or if it's like, it doesn't really matter. You can tell that it's just some stupid people who's just making some stupid comment. Nobody's gonna take him seriously. That kind of comment, we'll just leave it. But some are really personal.
You just delete and block the person.
Most of the time, yes. I don't even block. I just delete. If you appear again, and then if I see a pattern, then I might block. But most time I just delete, especially if it's insulting to one of my cast members, or if it's like just not cool.
Racist.
Yeah, racist or
racism,
something like that. So I'll definitely delete them. Have I ever replied? I think maybe once or twice I replied. I'm not sure about the rest. Maybe they reply sometimes as well.
It's not worth the effort because
it's not because
they just keep coming.
Yeah, unless it's like a really serious issue and I need to point it out so that the rest of people who read the reply can get where our stand ground, then that I would reply.
Wahbanana having a huge office and all that, it's no longer the channel that functions on a non-profit basis. Back then, if you want to take a break, I just don't feel like posting a video today. You can just stop.
We never had that. We never stopped. We never had a break. Okay, maybe we had small breaks, but no, I think in the history of wahbanana, we never took a break.
Never stop posting. There's always somebody else.
Yeah, there's always a video. Even if we know that we can't, because I remember the toughest time is when I was working in Taiwan. I could only come back every month, but we need to post a video every week. So I remember that was the toughest time because I had to write the scripts, and then Jason is here in Singapore, and we had other people. We have to Skype. So yeah, we need to keep moving, otherwise this side will go off as well. Yeah, so like I said, that's the toughest time. But even that, we didn't stop posting. So I would come back every month. We will film 4 videos, and then I'll leave again back to Taiwan and stuff like that. Yeah, we scheduled it. We never really took a break.
How do you manage juggling huge projects and then keeping up with the channel itself?
Well, our channel is always the priority, and maybe another reason is maybe the projects that we have gotten so far are not that big, because I've seen YouTubers who just stopped their YouTube business and then start doing projects and offline stuff. I've seen that. So it means that the projects are pretty big and they don't really have other capacity because it takes their time, right? I know that when I'm really busy, I can't really write anything. So maybe our projects are just not that big enough.
What was your favorite large-scale project that you worked with?
I mean, we did something with Disney. The Killer Game was actually an initiative from Disney. It's our idea, but the first episode was funded by them. The very first one, they allowed us to try something new. That was a big project. The Killer Games are actually really hard to film and really hard to edit. It was one of our biggest projects. And we've done all the other ads and stuff, like TVCs and stuff like that. Yeah, there are quite a lot of them. There are quite a lot of them.
Okay. What would you guys do if YouTube abruptly shut down tomorrow? Vimeo.
Damn.
You have to go Vimeo.
That would be unfortunate. Yeah.
There's no. You mean you guys have no backup plan?
I think we'll just go Instagram. Yeah, just cut our videos shorter and then go Instagram.
Yeah, and Facebook it's really hard to trust now
because
Facebook
of the
just pay-by-play basis.
Facebook don't make sense. Singaporeans don't really use Facebook as much as the other countries.
Is that a proper?
Is that a thing?
Is that a proper?
Well, not really. But I'll give you an example. Like nowadays, if you don't pay to boost your stuff on Facebook, you don't really get any exposure. Like the stuff that we have close to 200,000 likes on our Facebook fan page. It's nothing, but it's not tiny. So I remember when we used to post a banner, it gets at least 500 likes, which is not a lot, but still 500 likes. Nowadays, the same banner, with our fan base growing, it gets 15 likes, and that's
because it's an unboosted, unpaid.
Yeah, because it's unpaid. So organic likes, if we could get 500, I don't understand why we can't get at least 200 nowadays. 15 is it's nothing. So it says a lot about Facebook algorithm, and we're not boosting any of our videos on Facebook, and if they can't play the game fair, then we don't know what to do with Facebook at the moment.
Instagram is the reliable
I'm not sure. It's Instagram. At least the views that we get, it's it makes sense. But I know it's part of Facebook as well, so I actually don't know what's their plan. So
in future, I'm pretty sure there's something new. You just have to go with the times, right? You adapt with the situation.
Yeah, because we are the content supplier, so I'm not that worried. Because if there's a new platform, then we'll go there. Nothing changes for us.
Would you see yourself doing this for the rest of your life?
No. No, I wouldn't think so. I have other things that I want to do for the rest of my life, and then which is probably not just keep being a comedian and produce short skits.
Is that what you consider yourself?
Comedian?
Comedian.
I think I'm a comedian, yeah. Since
Essentially,
I'm not a stand-up comedian. Like, I can't do that.
Comedy.
Yeah, but I'm a comedy writer. So
how do you keep your comedy material fresh?
I force myself to do that. Okay, first of all, I watch enough stuff. I watch everything. I watch cartoons, I watch Netflix shows, I watch news, I watch documentary. You have to watch everything in order to have ideas. Not saying that you're copying somebody's ideas, just that so your point of view is fresh. You have to meet a lot of people. You have to go out and you have to have enough life experience to be able to tell a joke or make fun of yourself or other people. So that's the most important thing for me, to be able to write a new idea all the time. Second one is you have to be disciplined. You have to push yourself, because even though I have 1 million ideas in my mind, sometimes it just doesn't come out. And when that happens, you can't give up. You really have to force yourself. And so far, every single time I force myself to a corner and then to be in such a situation, I always manage to have an idea. So yeah, you just have to force yourself.
If it's not comedy, what kind of genre you think would wahbanana kind of video format will be?
I don't know. Like
it just has to be comedy.
We haven't really done experiment. I don't know. It could be movie review, because it's ultimately it's not just about me, right? It's about the rest of the people who's on the team. What are the rest of the people interested in? So
maybe podcast also one day. If the industry demands for it.
Maybe, yeah. We always wanted to do reviews, movie reviews, and actually just movie reviews. But we don't know how to do it in a way, because we've seen lots of different movie reviews and stuff like that. We don't know how to do it in a way that it doesn't. It's not a fresh spoiler. Yeah, how to make it a fresh idea. We actually had an idea before. It's just too much work to do. I think it was a pretty fresh idea, but. But another problem is, how can you not spoil? Like, how can you not, create a spoiler for the movie, but yet be like good?
Okay, so what are the future plans for wahbanana? What is the direction you guys are moving to it?
First of all, we're still trying. We're constantly trying on different comedy formats and comedy skits. We want to tell jokes in fresh ways, so that's something that we constantly working on, and we are doing more game shows. We are looking at the possibility of doing longer form content, but not episodes. We're looking at if it's possible for us to do a theater production, which is something that...
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's
Is it like you got inspired from watching Muna Herzi?
Not entirely, but yeah. But I really like their theater production. But for us, it's not gonna be the same, right? It's not gonna be singing and dancing. But we like theater, and we think it's different. We don't want to do web series. We probably can't do dramas. So movie and theater are two things that we have in mind.
Finally, any message for wahbanana fans out there, or wahbanana listeners?
Listeners, I hope you guys are not bored of us yet. If you are, it means you grow up. There's nothing I want to complain about. If you find, because like lots of people, they ask me like, what if your viewers are bored of you one day? And I just always tell them that's natural, right? Like, how can you watch a show for more than 5 years? How can you do that? Like, don't you grow up? Or unless the creators grow up as well. So yeah, it's about the balance between us and the viewers who grow up first, or like who. Are we still in sync? So don't just watch us, watch something else as well. If we make you laugh and we make you think a little bit on certain things, then I'm grateful. Then I'm happy that we made that change for you.
Thank you very much for being in my podcast and also inviting me to your office, which is like such a nice...
It's okay, yeah. It's not bad.
You said it was messy, but it's
not messy, man. It's messy.
It's messy, but it's acceptable messy.
Okay.
Thank you very much for being in the podcast, and I'm looking forward to see your future videos
in
the channel.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.